All I know is I didn't have to depend on a single reseller for mine. So for those out there.
There's the flex. I've got a PSP.
Hey, yo, what's cracking, everyone, and welcome to Level Heads. My name is Malik Forte, and today I'm joined by three distinguished black figures in the video game landscape. I'd like to welcome Patrick, Khleo, and Brandon to the panel. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling today, man?
Distinguished.
What up, man?
I'm feeling distinguished now.
Right. I love that.
Had to, man. And yo, let me tell you guys, I'm honored that you guys are the three kicking off the show, real talk. But anyways, for everyone out there watching, these three are going to be debating 5 topics. They'll each get 45 seconds to holler at me, and I'll award points for compelling arguments. Each player also gets one hold up, or as I like to say, hold up. Hold up. And this allows them to interrupt and counter another player's argument for 15 seconds. At the end of 5 rounds, whoever has the most points wins, and they'll get 45 seconds to tell everyone why they are the most level-headed gamer this world has ever known. That sound good to you guys?
I like that little tie-in.
I have to come with the segue. All right. Well, let's get right into it with our first topic. As reported in Deadline, Anthony Mackie has been cast in the new Twisted Metal live-action movie as the role of John Doe. We all know the depiction of a certain character by the name of Axel from the original Twisted Metal was problematic. Downright offensive, in fact. Man's had the chains and everything. So, my question to the panel is, can Mackie's casting redeem this franchise? Patrick, what's your take on this?
First of all, I'm gonna just get this out the way. Axel is the worst black character in video game history. Twisted Metal was about cars destroying each other, and he was just out there chest out. He was the only car that could die by karate. Think about that. Think about how trash that is. Axel, I feel like he was so bad, but if anyone can redeem this, it is Anthony Mackie. He was a black Avenger. Do not forget, he's about to be Black Captain America. And then on top of all that, he was Eminem's final boss fight in 8 Mile. People forget. People forget. I didn't forget. So if anybody can redeem a franchise, I mean, I think he could pull off Sweet Tooth. I think that's his range. He could pretty much be anybody, but he is John Doe. But I think Anthony Mackie is about to kill this and put them game sales back up. They're gonna redo the game for sure.
First off, shouts out for the Papa Duck shout out. I gotta give you some props for that. You got points for that one right there. But yeah, man, you know, Sweet Tooth, they could have done that. They could have went that direction with Anthony Mackie as well, man. Give him a more prominent role in the movie, you know what I'm saying? That was a good round right there, Patrick, but we're gonna move on to Khleo.
Ultimately, man, for me, I am very curious on exactly what story will be told in Twisted Metal. I do think that him just being called John Doe, I think it is leading us to, like, if you're very familiar with the Twisted Metal franchise, you got I think it's something Marcus Kane, who ends up actually being Sweet Tooth but has amnesia, so maybe they're gonna rope that all into it. And you know what, I do agree with Patrick Cloud, the fact that Anthony Mackie would be the guy to really bring some kind of credibility to another video game becoming a movie. It's like, come on, we're kind of like Mortal Kombat was, but hey, you know what? We got to give it to Anthony Mackie, because not only was the 8 Mile final boss with Eminem, not only is he a Black Avenger, he was Tupac in a Biggie movie too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
Point.
Okay.
Tupac.
How did I forget that? Yo, that's another point, man. That's another point right there. I like it. All right, good points right there, man. That was solid.
Rolling.
Let's keep it moving though. Brandon, this is your turn, man. Give us your take on this.
You know what? Those are all good examples of Anthony Mackie's pedigree, okay? But this is a whole different movie, and I'm gonna be the opposite. I don't know if he alone can redeem this franchise. This franchise is gone. All right, Twisted Metal. Nobody's really trying to play those games anymore. I don't think you're gonna download on your PS5 Twisted Metal because Anthony Mackie is in it. You're like,
Hold up.
Hold
up.
All right, Brandon. So Patrick just issued our first hold up. Patrick, you get 15 seconds, man. Counter everything that Brandon is saying right now.
Twisted Metal was on PlayStation 1. Everything was trash. You can't judge that. Look at Grand Theft Auto. If you go back to Grand Theft Auto 1, it was aerial view. You would have never known it went this far. It's been Grand Theft Auto 5 for 10 years. It's the biggest thing on earth.
All right, that's your time, Patrick. That's your time. That was a good hold up. Brandon, you get 15 seconds to refute what he just said and then finish your time. Go ahead, man.
Look, everything was kind of trash there, but it was the beginning. I mean, if the movie is that epic, then yes. But this would have to be his like magnum opus. This would have to be his top movie in order for Twisted Metal to come back. I just don't see Anthony Mackie being the pull. He's not The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Good points by everybody. I'm gonna ask a quick question. This is just for an extra point, man. I don't know who the director of this movie is. They probably already, hired somebody, but who would you guys want to direct this movie?
Man.
First person to answer, I'm gonna give you a point.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Man,
I'm saying,
Michael Bay. I like that.
He knows destruction. He knows cars. He knows explosions. And let's be honest, Twisted Metal was about missiles, explosions, and destruction.
You remember them black robots and Transformers? He gonna have Anthony Mackie right back in them wheels. All right? I don't trust Michael Bay.
We're gonna hop into the second round here right now. As we all know, getting your hands on a PS5 has been harder than Dark Souls blindfolded, and that's been largely in part due to PS5 resellers and bots. So the question is, PS5 resellers, do you respect their hustle, or do we need to get them out of here, all the way out of here? We're going to start with you this time, Khleo. What's your take?
The resale game will never, ever, ever go away. Because if there's someone out there that's willing to stand in a line, someone that's out there willing to go do the work, there's someone else willing to pay that person to go stand in line and do that work, honestly. So I don't see the resale game ever going away, whether it's electronics, whether it's sneakers, whether it's any hype beast thing out there. All I know is I didn't have to depend on a single reseller for mine. So for those out there,
there's the flex.
for those out there who are, haven't had the opportunity to embrace what it's like to have this.
I've got a PSP.
Yeah, that was a nice flex, man. I got to give you extra points for the flex, bro.
Mine's dead.
Yours literally is dead. Oh, wow.
Mine
all
is
right.
dead.
I got y'all.
What is that?
Yeah.
No, show us more.
You know what it is.
Got an envelope full of W9s in there.
All right, Brandon, it's your turn, man. What's your take on this, homie?
I agree with what Kleo's saying, and also, you know the saying, like, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? The game is reselling. Like, you have to. So Steam, real quick, announced something called the Steam Deck, right? And the only way you could reserve it was by having a Steam account that had purchased something in the past year or something like that. So it already funneled out a lot of resellers because of all that verification and stuff. Sony, they didn't care. They were like, please, resellers, buy more, buy more, buy more. Like, we don't care as long as we getting our profits, honestly. So, like, I mean, that's just the way it is. Does it suck? Yes, obviously. Do we have to wait? Yes. However, I mean, I gotta respect the hustle in some sense, man.
Those are good points, man. It's just recently that PlayStation implemented features for folks to pre-order that have actually had activity on PlayStation. It took a long time for them to get there. So yeah, man, it's kind of their fault. It's kind of Sony's fault more so than the resellers. I think that's a really good point that you made there. Patrick, you're the last one up for this topic, man. What you think?
All right, if we're talking about respecting hustle, then it's a two-part answer, and I'm an old head, okay? If you are old school and you waiting in line with a tent, you know, you waking up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning clicking right when it happens, then yeah, I respect the hustle. That's get there first, you know, you wake up earlier than everybody else. But if you got a app that does bots and you just say buy 1,000 as soon as it comes out, a sweaty single father can't compete with that. You taking Christmas away from Lil Timmy. You taking Christmas away from Lil Demarius. Me, I'm sitting here with a dead PS5 trying to get into Geek Squad. I don't respect it if you got bots. I respect it if you do it old school, stand in line, back aching, not picking up your kids from school.
All right.
You know, reselling it yourself.
I'm sorry about your PS5, bro. That makes me feel
devastated.
Terrible seeing that, man.
Was it bricked? Red light? Like, what happened?
Yeah, man.
It said nah. It
said nah.
It just said
clocked out. It said
we're done.
Next up, there's a rumor going around, according to Video Games Chronicle, that Konami is working on a new Metal Gear Solid game that'll take place in the world of MGS3 Snake Eater, my favorite. So the real question is, should Konami be making Metal Gear games without its creator, Hideo Kojima, or should they just let this franchise go? Should they just lay it to rest? Brandon, we got 45 seconds on the clock for you, brother.
Should they? Yes. As a company, look, man, like Konami, first of all, they're doing all these like casino things over in Japan. They're barely even a game studio anymore. So they need that IP in order to make some money. Will it be good? Look, if I had to have a hard stance, I think they should try to go with another IP, to be honest with you, because it's not going to have Kojima behind it, right? It's going to be some weird offshoot Splinter Cell type thing, or they're going to try to add some Call of Duty elements. It's just going to be crap, right? They haven't been used to developing games. In fact, right now they're trying to get all these indie developers to take over their franchises because they're just like, look, I'd rather people play slots. So, nah, they shouldn't make it.
It's so random.
It's true though. It's true.
It's funny that you call out the slot machines because every time I go into Vegas, that's like one of the first things I notice is the big Konami building that they have there. And then it hits me like, oh yeah, they do the slot machines.
They should have it so when you win, you get the little exclamation mark. They're like,
yeah, right. Real talk. All right, well, Patrick, that's a good point that you just made there, but why don't you go ahead and expound on that more and tell us what you think, man?
I have two parts for this. There's a creative answer and there's a business answer. I feel like creatively, I like it when really solid franchises just end. You know what I mean? It has a good beginning, middle, and end. You don't see it die, and you just be like, yeah, looking back, that was really, really good. Like The Office should have ended when Michael Scott left, It was just like everything after that was just a bunch of side salads and stuff like that. So creatively, I think it should end and just be legendary. But business-wise, like Brandon said, they need that IP, and if the people working for them are like do their homework and are diligent, you can learn the style and keep it going. You know what I mean? Like the creator of Legend of Zelda passed, and he has like a cameo in Breath of the Wild. But I still want that series to go. So just stay true to the vision.
Cool. As long as you do it justice at the end of the day. Khleo, man, what do you think, man? What's your take on this?
Yeah, I don't know about Konami actually giving us more story within the Metal Gear universe. I think I'm cool. I agree with you saying that it was a good wrap up with the Phantom Pain, but Konami, smart business move at the end of the day. Yeah, they are doing machines, but think about it. They have a lot of IPs that they could have been moving this whole time. Like Castlevania, I would love a Symphony of the Night remake. I would love to bring that back. I think they're great. I think they chose the right one with Snake Eater because it has the best intro. All right, it has the Snake Eater.
100%.
It's like a James Bond movie when you go into that. You got a chance to use Cameo in that game. Like we got to see a young Revolver Ocelot in that game. It's for sure a legendary one. I'm glad they chose that one. So just remake all the heavy hitters, but I don't think you can beat Hideo Kojima when it comes to this.
100%, man. Oh man, you singing the Snake Eater intro, bro, up in here. I had to give you an extra point for that, bro. That one hits me in the feels. But yeah, you're right, bro. Like, they have so many franchises. What's up with Silent Hill, man? Y'all got all these IPs, man. Start cranking them out.
They were supposed to drop it. Remember? Right? They were supposed to drop it. That was the last project that Hideo Kojima was working on. They put out the PT demo that blew up. Everyone played it and was like, yo, this is going to be amazing.
Why'd they kill it?
Because Hideo and Konami split.
We got Death Stranding. He went to go do other things.
And that's the one where you keep walking around the same floor over and over and over again?
Yep.
Yeah, you can keep that.
Oh, you ain't like it?
You ain't like that?
I did not, actually.
All right, next up, Netflix recently announced it'll be the next tech giant getting into the gaming business with the acquisition of their first video game studio, Night School Studio, the makers of 2016's Oxenfree and 2019's After Party. Based on their previous resume, many speculate the first streaming-based game will be the upcoming season of Stranger Things. Now, we all love Stranger Things. I think the show's amazing, but what Netflix show or movie featuring a black cast should they turn into a video game? And Brandon, since you're falling behind, we're going to let you go first this time. Give us your take.
Netflix show or movie with a black cast.
Yes.
Okay. Let me think about that because I don't know a Netflix movie with a black cast. I ain't getting no points.
You don't get them in your recommends?
I ain't giving no points this time. Honestly, if Netflix is making games and stuff, you said it's streaming. First of all, I'm scared about the latency with that. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you can play some little Connect 4, some little TV games on there. I don't think, I'll go this way to save face. I don't think they should make any game, even with the black cast, because I just don't think it's going to be good enough. You see the Google Stadia, it's trash. Amazon, whatever they had, it's trash. Like, no. Just stop it, Netflix. Stick to your shows. Thank God.
All right. Yo,
I'm shows.
All right, Patrick, man, it's your turn, man. Give us your take on this.
I think that I'm going to go with Black Lightning for a couple reasons. I think that Grand Theft Auto, who I think is the epitome of open world, should have gone to New Orleans by now. So, and I feel like that just that, I don't even know if I've ever played a game that was open world New Orleans. And I think that would be so interesting, but you throw in a black superhero and you kind of like mix it, maybe Grand Theft Auto, but it plays like Infamous. You guys remember that game where it was like open world and he was like flying around with the lightning and stuff like that?
That was New Orleans.
And then it has Grand Theft Auto elements because you have to fight the 100 gang. So I feel like, and who doesn't want to be a black superhero at the end of the day? He's basically our remix of Static Shock. Y'all remember that cartoon?
Of course. I'm gonna give you an extra point because you threw in Infamous, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, the second one took place in New Orleans, open world.
Did it?
So
Really?
you actually
I didn't play
tied
the second one.
Exactly. You actually tied in there when you were. And I think Black Lightning. You think of that about that game and his powers. They could have basically just reskinned that game, Infamous 2, and made it into Black Lightning. Khleo, what do you think?
I'm really excited about Netflix getting into gaming, man. Ultimately, it's just a form of entertainment that has its finger on the pulse of just culture. You see when something takes off on Netflix, it legit takes over everything. All of our feeds are just focused on whatever it is everyone's watching. Think of how popular Bird Box was during the pandemic. We all was talking about that. So going into gaming, I think they might have that same look. But what show would I like to see? I don't know. Maybe like Dear White People. Like that'd be very interesting. Like maybe like a RPG version of Dear White People, or give me a. I don't need a AAA game.
Hold up.
And Brandon has thrown the whole up in for Khleo. Brandon, you get 15 seconds to go at Khleo, and Khleo, you'll get 15 more to refute whatever Brandon has to say. Go ahead, Brandon.
I just gotta say, man, I don't think I want to see anything from Dear White People in video game form. I mean, I tried. Look, my girlfriend was watching that first episode. I didn't know what was going on. They're singing randomly. I just think that would be a terrible game for us all.
Good one. That's a good one, bro. Khleo, you get 15 to respond to that, man. What you think?
At the end of the day, Brandon didn't even know any show on the platform, so I'm not taking what his thing actually is to say about what my suggestion would be on it. Again, he don't have to play it. It ain't gonna be a AAA game. You can tell he's a real gamer. He don't want to play a plug and play, click and go. He doesn't want to play that. That's fine. But I can either see something like that, or give me something that's based off of Jet's character. Of course, we have the Cowboy Bebop series coming up. Give me something that's just a side scroller game for him. That's what I would like to see for Cowboy Bebop.
Man, yeah, I had the same sentiments when you said Dear White People. I love the first 2 seasons, but that most recent season definitely very off-putting to me. I heard they don't have a black showrunner for that last season either, and that's kind of part of the reason why it's a little bit weird.
How does the show run? That's a weird job to kind of glaze over.
Yeah, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, what y'all doing over there? Moving into the last round. Over the past year, more video games are incorporating NFTs, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrency as rewards for playing them. But just recently, as reported by NME, Steam announced it would be removing all games from their platform that feature NFTs. My question to the panel, do you support the ban, or should cryptocurrency and blockchain technology be allowed in gaming? This is the last round, so make these points as sharp as you possibly can. Patrick, we're gonna let you go first. What's your take on this?
Absolutely not. It's too early. Cryptocurrency, we just figured this out. We just figured out in-game purchases. We already have kids running up their parents' credit card bill. Little Timmy's spent $70,000 because he wanted to do the nay-nay in Fortnite. And now you want him to have access to NFTs, slinging Ethereum and Bitcoin. He's going to be gambling his father's savings. They're going to be homeless. He's going to be doing the nay-nay in Fortnite in a shelter. You guys, this is already confusing enough. It's like 70,000 block of coins equals $70. I don't really even understand in-game purchases. So I think cryptocurrency is way too new. We need to figure out that. We need to figure out parental controls. I don't even really fully understand NFTs. I know you can buy like a digital monkey for $100,000, but I still need to read up on it. So I don't think it should be for kids.
All right, that's a fair point. I will say cryptocurrency's been around for more than a decade, but
compared to money.
Compared to money, no. Fair enough. Khleo, we're gonna move on to you next, man. What's your take on this?
I'm 50-50 on this one, man. I think there's a demographic out there that understands NFTs, they understand blockchain, so if they get it, let them have it, I assume. But I also can agree with Pat with there's people out there who don't know anything about this, and they just clicking one button could literally take away their whole life savings. So it's a very dangerous game to play for a child to have access to parents' credit cards to download this game and this game just to keep them happy and time passing, and then boom, it's all ripped away. But you said Steam is actually the people who step forward to go ahead and take away the NFTs, which I'm like, they're so based in tech specifically in passing around data with video games like virtually. So I don't understand why they would be the first ones to jump up. But if they made that decision, then something they read their whole breakdowns and said like, nah, we got to get this out of here.
Good point. That Steam, they've kind of been on the frontiers of all these type of things in tech. So for them to be the ones that back out is definitely off-putting. And you know what? On the other side of things, Epic Games, they actually have allowed it. They say they want NFTs to be incorporated into their games, and I think that's because they're trying to build this metaverse. They're trying to build this like large world where there's a whole bunch of stuff in it, and so maybe that has something to do with it. And also on Steam, they're all the Counter-Strike players, they're always gambling for skins and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they don't want no parts with that. Before I say too much, let's move it on to Brandon. This is your last chance, bro.
Look, it's inevitable. First of all, V-Bucks. All right, we're talking about Fortnite. That's already cryptocurrency in some way, right? There are all these microtransactions and stuff. Just like Patrick and Khleo, you guys were saying, like it's in it, and it's really inevitable. Now, everybody has, like, how money works is you have to give value to it in order for it to be worked in the real world. I think it already exists. I just think it's just going to be another way of payment. Now, I would love to cheat in the game and get cryptocurrency and then transfer that into my real life wallet, respecting the hustle that we talked about in the beginning, right, with the PS5s. Like, yes, if there's a way for me to win personally, then yes, I think cryptocurrency should be in there, but I do think it's inevitable.
Brandon's answer was yes, because I can scam.
Exactly. IGN article tomorrow. Indicted in full cryptocurrency.
I can start my scam artist life.
Look, I have a blanket on my window in order for the light not to shine. Okay, I need some help.
At the end of 5 rounds, though, we got Brandon sitting at 15, Patrick sitting at 17, Khleo maintaining his lead of the last couple of rounds at 18, which means our winner today is Khleo. Congratulations to you. You're the level-headed gamer of the bunch today. You have 45 seconds to give the people a victory speech. The floor is yours, bro.
Man, as gamers, we've seen the industry just continue to grow over time, man. And you got to just look at the different kinds of like crossovers that are happening, right? They just put Ghostface from Scream in Call of Duty, right? Sora just came to Smash Brothers. Finally, like, there's no telling what else is really going to be going on in the future for gaming. But as gamers, ultimately, I'm always so excited about it, and getting a chance to be with you, Patrick, with you, Brandon, collaborating with Gaming While Black, doing great content and stuff like this, man. It's just ultimately a dream come true. I don't know what you know what? I will say this. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think the slimmer version of the PS5 is going to look like? Because PlayStation always releases their initial console, and then they start slimming them down over time. Will it look any smaller? Oh.
It's gonna come in a notebook. PS binder.
A binder. That's exactly what it's gonna look like, bro. Because this one already looks weird enough. It looks like a router?
Yeah, it does look like a wireless router. No lie.
It looks dead. It looks dead to me.
I wonder what the failure rate on PS5s are. We gotta look that up.
For me, 100%. I had one.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Gaming While Black. There's tons of awesome content on this channel, and we'll be back with more here on Level Heads in the future, so make sure you stay tuned. And until then, peace out.